Mother 3. Mother 3. This game has the most amusing, warm, charming, and comforting feeling that I've ever felt in a video game. This game was first heard of in 1996, saying that it was going to be made on the Nintendo 64, but then it was moved to the Nintendo 64 DD. The Nintendo 64 DD was going to be an add-on to the Nintendo 64. It would let the games on it have more space, meaning more content. Games like Banjo-Tooie, Kirby 64, Paper Mario, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time were all going to be made into Nintendo 64 DD games as well. In 1999, at a convention called Space World, was a playable demo of Mother 3 or Earthbound 64. When this game came out, people were confused, because the game seemed to take place in an old western town and involved magic, thieves. From the demos, it seemed like it was a lot different in storyline too. Everyone who saw this had mixed feelings about the game, but everyone could agree that we can't wait to try it out. While the game was in development, the storyline was going quite well, but the design was not. The development team had much trouble with the new 3D graphics that the N64 could handle. Everyone was just too used to designing with the graphics of the Super Nintendo. Still, having Mother 3 on the N64 DD would have been pretty sweet. It would have features like a real-time clock that changed from day to night. The whole project seemed really cool and everyone couldn't wait. But of course, with all the Mother games comes a really big problem. After a couple months after Space World, the N64 DD was terribly cancelled. And when it cancelled, so did Mother 3 in the late summer of 2000. But in year 2002, the fallen ruins of Mother 3 started slowly picking up again. Throughout the year, Shigesato Itoi dropped hints about the resumed work of Mother 3 on his website. Then in June 2003, in a commercial of Mother 1+2, we saw this.
Game Boy Advance.
大人も子供もお姉さんも再びマザー1-2ゲームボーイアドバンスで登場
Ha, did you see that? Mother 3 is going to be made on the Game Boy Advance. But wait, how are they going to make an N64 game into a Game Boy game? How is this even going to work? Then over the next couple of years, we were given screenshots of the game. Everyone was actually pretty happy with what they saw. They saw the game was pretty consistent with the demo. We saw 2 boys named Klaus and Lucas, a dog named Boney, and a dad named Flynn. Some screenshots we could actually tell from the demo where they were. Then in 2006, Mother 3 was released onto the Game Boy Advance in Japan. Man, Mother 3 was released in Japan. I can't wait till it comes out over here. It has to come over here because Earthbound came over here, right? Well, sadly, I'm wrong. Since Earthbound sold so badly, Mother 3 was never going to be released over here. But the story doesn't end there. As of 2008, the fans made a patch for the game to let English gamers experience the games for themselves. The patch was a complete translation of the ROM of Mother 3. The lead programmer of this whole assignment to make Mother 3 translated one way or another was Tomato of Starman.net. Him and a few others spent a whole year programming the game inside out to get it fully translated all the way, no Japanese text at all. Okay, now that the development of the game is done, let's move on to the game itself. Mother 3 was actually a lot unlike the other Mother games in a lot of ways. First of all, the game is broken into 8 chapters instead of just the whole game in one. Throughout these chapters, you played as different characters instead of just Ness or Nintendo. Some chapters are even played at the same time period as the other chapters, but at different perspectives. Once in a while you might be like, oh, I remember when I did that. I didn't think it was that important though. The game also included a new combat system of sound battles. Okay, this is how sound battles work. When you're in a battle, you listen to the song's beat and tap along with it. If you tap along correctly, then you can do extra damage. You can do up to a 16-hit combo if you're good enough. These sound battles let the player appreciate the music of the game a lot more. But my favorite thing about the combat system is that there's a rolling HP bar. Let me explain. Say you're fighting some kind of monster and you're getting hit with damage and you get hit with a 64! How am I going to survive this? Oh, I gotta move fast. Oh, come on. No. Yes! Survived. That was a close one. Brony almost died there. Did you see what the game did there? It made the player a lot more interested in the game by giving tense moments like this. I wish other games did this because it seems like a really good idea. I have never seen scrolling HP outside of this game, and I wish they used it more in other games. The game might not be just like Earthbound, but it does stay loyal to the series. Some enemies in this game are even used in the other games, like the good old rambling evil mushroom, or the violent roach. At first, the story seems nowhere near as close as the first two. Once you get into Chapter 8, then you'll notice the game is extremely loyal to the plot of the other two. But telling you the plot would just ruin everything, so I'll just leave it at this. Some parts will make you laugh because it is so silly, but others will make you cry into tears because it's so sad. Okay, we all know that the plot is really good now, but what about the music? The music in this game is the best that I've ever heard in any video game. It was so good that Nintendo gave us its soundtrack of Mother 3 on iTunes, even though it was never even released in America. From silly songs to sad songs, they're all good. Well, that just about wraps up Mother 3, but where is it going to go now? Click here to find out about the Mother series in the future. Or you can go back to the other videos.